Hello and welcome back to Gray's Gardening. I am Gray and I'm back with another one of them YouTubey vids. So I want to just start off today's video just saying a massive thank you to everyone for the comments and the well wishes I've had since the break-in last week. That has taken up a bit of my time. I wanted to do one of these videos last week, but that sidetracked me. So thank you very much to everyone for the kind comments. The door was broken, the fence was broken, this greenhouse door was broken. It's all now fixed, so it's time to crack on and get ready for the new season ahead. So hopefully you liked the thumbnail and it hasn't offended anyone, but it's just a little bit of a light-hearted fun. So hopefully you guessed what I'm here to do today, and that is to take off the winter clothes of my banana tree. It's the Musa Basjoo banana. He's yet again survived another winter, probably because I wrapped him up. I did leave some uncovered ones this year and they have died, so I think it's definitely needed. Got this one to do, got a couple down there, there's another one there, and you can see, well, I'll show you what's inside them, and they will now be getting ready for the spring and the summer ahead. I'm going to show you the apricots. The apricots have started, some honeyberries have started, and the grapevines really burst into life. I'll show you all that. Quick tour of what's going on there. And I don't know whether you can see in the background, but I'll take you over there in a minute. I'm going to be cracking on with the soft fruit beds, so the raspberries, the gooseberries, the redcurrants, blackcurrants, white currants. I'll pop all them in, and we'll get that started as a separate little project today. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a quick seeds update. Everything's burst into life. My sweetcorn, my courgettes, my pumpkins, my melons, my tomatoes. I'll show you all that at the very end. So let's get taking his clothes off. We'll never quite know when it's time to take off the covering, but they do say these can go down to -10. So I don't think we're going to be getting that now between now and the rest of the summer. So I've decided today's the day. It's very warm today. It's over 20, high 20s in the greenhouse. But outside we're talking maybe 15 degrees, whatever that is, 60s. So what I tend to do with these every winter, towards the end of, well, towards the start of the winter really, I wrap them up, can't get them off now, and tie the string around the outside of them. So I wrap them up, there's bubble wrap. I don't know whether anyone subscribes to HelloFresh, but HelloFresh, when they deliver, I'm going to have to cut that one. When they deliver your frozen food, if I can take this off. See, when I put this on, it just slipped over the top. But he's now a bit too tall for me to do that. Anyway, nearly there. Right, when HelloFresh deliver frozen food, they come in these fleecy blankets. So I decided to save them and use them for wrapping up the banana, and I'll save them again for next year. Here's all the bubble wrap that used to go in the greenhouse. That's all reused as well. No, not gonna go. They're quite handy because they're like a tube, so you literally go right over, like a big sock really. Anybody got a sock for this? You need a sharper knife. Okay, another one off. Well, looks like I found a nest tucked away inside it. Luckily there's no that bird. I don't know when that bird was from. Oh, glad there's no eggs in it and I haven't disturbed anything. Never had that happen before. Here's the nest that I found. I don't know whether you can see that properly. So I do hope it's not this year's. I'll leave it out in case the birds want to come back and take it for another nest. Okay, so you can tell this one definitely survived due to the new growth poking out the top. This one, not so sure. Can't quite tell yet. There's nothing in there that's telling me he is alive, but usually if it's died it turns to mush. I just don't know. That seems, it's got plenty of pushback, that, so I just don't know about that one. Obviously the big fella, he is well and truly alive. He's on his second leaf, and what basically happens with the banana is one leaf just keeps coming out the middle, and that folds down, another one comes out, another one comes out, and they come out all rolled up. You can see better on this one, as you can see just here. That rolls up, comes out, follows out, drops down to one side, another one keeps coming through the middle. So he's still alive. He is. Now this one's definitely flopped. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to see if I can, wherever it goes down. Oh, hang on, I think, there we go. So inside there, I think that's fresh growth. I've probably taken too much off actually. Yeah, that's the main core coming through the middle. So if I go and show you here, see right in there, that is where the next one will come out from. So I'm hoping I haven't just done that too early. I'll cut a bit more of that off. And to make them neater and tidier, you can literally just take some of this outer bark off, but it's still early, so I'm going to leave it on. Just added protection. Last thing I want is to take his winter clothes off and then he dies of hypothermia. Okay, so as promised, just want to show you a few things in the greenhouse. I'm not sure I quite have to, you probably saw it from outside, but the grapevine is well and truly alive. This will grow a couple of inches every single week, if not more. So I don't know if any of you saw my pruning the grapevine video in December time. I'll put a link in the description to that. That was how I pruned it to get it all neat and tidy. So the fact that it now follows a nice structure all around and over the top, everywhere I cut back is now shooted the new growth. Here, there's probably one of the larger pieces, and this is where you've got to keep on top of it. Yes, I'll wait for the new grapes to form, but it will go mad, it will go rampant. Grapevines just grow so quickly. It never grows on this along here for some reason, but then normally just sparks into life a bit further along. Don't know why. Anyway, also, another one of my pride and joys, and where are they? I'll find them now. Oh, can you see them? You see those there? They have started. They are the honeyberries. Here they are. Here's the ones I was after. Decides to focus and get them in the sun a little bit. There you go. There's the honeyberries. Now I've counted. There's lots of them. There's lots of them all over the plant. I don't know how many there is. There seems to be a lot more than there was last year, but these two plants looking really healthy, and I'm tempted to take them out of the greenhouse. They don't need to be there. Then they originate in the Himalayas, so they're used to really cold temperatures. There's the pawpaw. Every year I think I'll lose him, but it comes back to life. I don't know whether we'll ever get pawpaws, I'm not sure. We've got the fig tree cutting, doing very well. Took two of them. Where's the other one? There he is. Just a little bit behind that one. And the last one I'll show you, I'm not showing you everything, is the blueberries. Look at the amount of blueberries all over this. That is, every single one of those little bell-shaped flowers will become a blueberry. I might have a little bumper blueberry harvest this year. Look at them there. Come on, camera. There you go. Look at them. So they're going well. And also, as promised, anyone who watches my videos will know that I go on about my apricot tree quite a bit. I love my apricot tree, especially after last year when I got my first ever apricots. Now, just here, just see here there, that is the first apricot just beginning to form. See if I can get that to focus. It's not focusing very well. I think it's maybe because the sun's behind it, but there's quite a few on. Can I? No, it doesn't want to focus today. I've spotted quite a few. Found a few on here. They're always at the end of where a blossom was. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. Again, not wanting to focus too much on there, but I'll be able to show you when they're a bit bigger. They're everywhere. Everywhere there's a little bit of blossom. Just here. Yeah, looks like as long as we don't get some real strong winds like I've had in the past, we should be okay, I think. Because what's happened in previous years, the apricots have started to form and then the winds have blown them all off. Now if they get through that first few weeks of forming, they seem to get really strong and they hold on to the branches. Well, they won't be blowing off, put it that way. One other plant I've been wanting to show you for a while is my Gunnera. I think it's Gunnera manicarta. It's got a few names. It's known as dinosaur food because the leaves get that big. It looks a bit Jurassic, and also giant rhubarb. And you'll know when I show you the leaves. So it's been covered up all winter, and I did just notice the first few leaves are starting to come out. So what I do every year, all this is last year's leaves, and because they're so big, they cover it up and they provide that protection over the winter from the frost, because they're hardy enough, but you do need to cover them up if you want to look after them. And they're a bog plant, so this is going to go near my pond because they like their feet in water, hence why I keep it in this big bath and I fill it up and he stays wet all the time. So I'm made up that yet again he's made it through. Got some new life at the bottom, and no doubt there'll be something coming off this. Here we go, some new ones there. And this actually, the leaves can go higher than my head and they'll cover me. So it's a brilliant plant to have. You just got to keep them very, very wet and watered. So I'll take off all the leaves and show you what it looks like. So there we have it. Again, another plant with his winter clothes taken off, and there's more growth on it than I actually thought, what I couldn't see while it was all covered up. Shoots coming out of everywhere. You can tell it is needed at this point because they're looking a little bit, I don't know if anemic's the right word, but a bit pale, meaning they now need that sunshine. So I'll give you an update as the season goes on. Look, there's more down there, didn't even see that. There is new leaves popping out from everywhere. So final job of what I've come down here to do today is to plant up my soft fruit bed. It's going to go in this one here. I'm going to cover it in wood chips at the end. So we've got a Autumn Bliss raspberry. We've got a all gold raspberry, another all gold, one in the red pot, which looks like it's died. I'm going to plant it in anyway, just to see how it goes. I've got my red gooseberry. They're brilliant. This one in front of me, that's going to go in this corner. You can eat them straight off the plant, not too sour. They go very sweet, like a big grape, red grape. Lovely. I've got a yellow version, yellow gooseberry there. And what's this? This is a blackcurrant. I actually grew that from a cutting from one back home. Lots of new growth, so they're all ready to go in. So I'll get planting and see how it looks at the end. Okay, they're all now planted in. So this is my homemade wood chip that I used some, basically put everything through my chipper at home that I'd cut down. So let's spread a load of that round. A lot of it's from a willow tree. And some of it might actually sprout as new willow trees, but we'll see. Got bags and bags and bags of it. Okay, that's another job, well done. So that wood chip will now act as a mulch on top, which will help keep the weeds down. It'll keep moisture in, and as it rots down, it'll add a load of extra nutrients to that soil. So I've left those little labels in. So there's my all gold raspberry. There's the raspberry I think's died. There's my, well, what is that? That's the blackcurrant, the red gooseberry, another all gold raspberry, and the yellow gooseberry. I think that looks fine. First time I've ever done a raised bed with soft fruit in it before. Let's see how we get on. Just before I head back home, I want to show you this piece of willow tree. I think I showed you on one of my last videos how much it has sprouted, and this is growing, this is alive. Now I don't really, if you know what to do for me to keep this alive, please put in the comments. But for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it at the bottom of my pond, because it's got no water in it at the moment. But I think somewhere shady and damp is what this needs for now. So I'm going to throw loads of water on it before I go. And I'm just going to hope that that will help this to grow. And then I'm going to put it in a big pot and see if I can grow a standard willow tree, which would be quite nice. Okay, quite a few jobs done there. Main job was to, unveil the banana tree for this year, which is now being done. I'm going to head back home to show you my seeds update. So see you there in a minute. Okay, I'm now back home again, and as promised, here are the seeds and how they're getting on. Okay, so here's my melon Melba. Now there was this other melon Arava F1. However, I came in one evening and found a slug basically eating all of the marigolds. These are the last two, and they're not looking too good. And that just those melons. These didn't like the taste of them. So there's my melons, got at least 4 of them going quite nicely. Here's my sweet corn. They've all now been repotted into their own little pots, so they will now get stronger and more healthy. They've now got full compost in them with plenty of nutrition. Moved on from the seed and cutting compost. Down here we've got a pumpkin. Again, everything's been repotted. I'll come back to that one in a second. We've got a courgette, looking very healthy. Another courgette, more sweet corn. I think these are courgettes or 2 more courgettes. There's the sunflowers. Look at the size of these. These are doing very well. These have gone very, very tall very, very quickly. So they've been repotted on. We've got another courgette, nice and healthy. More sweet sunflowers. Another courgette. Now I've sown more sweet corn. They haven't started yet. They only did them last weekend. More sweet corn there. Another pumpkin. He's looking okay. And my sprouts. So my sprouts were doing absolutely nothing until basically today. Now I don't know. Are they sprouts? I'm not sure. We've got 3. Have we got 3? I think we've got 3. So maybe the sprouts have started. And now finally, I've got some potatoes that are still chitting away, and we need to get them planted in. The chilies took 3 to 4 weeks, but they've now started. What have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all but 1 tomato. So we've got 3 money makers, 3 red cherry, 2 marmonde, and 3 sun baby. And then I've sown some more melons in here, and some more pumpkins, more melons and more pumpkins. They're only a week on, so I reckon the next few days they'll start poking out. Okay, so as ever, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, put that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button. It all helps the channel. And thank you very much. Thanks for all the nice comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.